Hi everyone, this is Aga from EurekaCrystalBeads.com and I'm here with another fun beading tutorial for you. But before we get started, just a quick reminder to check out the rest of our channel, and if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss any of our content. In this video, I'll show you how to make these earrings that I made with the beads from our March collection, the Sunset Swell collection. And with this one, you can make, for example, earrings like this. So this design is another fun crystal stone capture or crystal stone bezel. And this one I made with Mini GemDuo's 3mm pearls and 3mm fire polish beads and this absolutely fun earring post that looks a little bit like a surfboard. So let me quickly list all of the ingredients that you're going to need and let's get to beading. First of all, you're going to need a 12mm round rivoli stone, 2 of them for a pair of earrings. And for each earring, you're going to need 14 plus 2 3mm pearls. So plus 2 because I used 2 to connect the earring to the earring finding. So 14 plus 2. Then you're going to need 14 Mini GemDuos, 7 3mm fire polish beads, and I do think in this case 3mm bicones would work as well. Then we have our seed beads, and you're going to need around 11 O's. Miyuki 11 O's are recommended. Then Miyuki Delicas or TOHO Treasure size 11. And finally, some 15 O's, but these are optional because I only use them in here to connect the earring to the earring finding. But these could be easily substituted with the Delicas, so you don't need to worry about that if you don't have a matching color. Then finally, you're going to need your earring finding. Here I have this enamel earring post that was in the collection. I really love it. And they do come a little bit pre-opened, so you can choose to close them right away and then add them as you go with the beads. Or you can first do this loop that we have here made with beads and only then put on the earring finding and close the loop. So that's that. When it comes to tools, I'll be using a size 10 needle. It's a little bit on the stiffer side and the thicker side, but I do have a size 12 with me just in case I need to do some more tricky thread passes. And for this, I'll be using 4-pound fire line in the color Smoke, but 6-pound will work as well. Plus, to close the earring finding, you're going to need at least 1 pair of pliers. Here I have some chain nose pliers that I'll be using. And that's it. Let's start beading. Alright, so here's the beading plan. We're first going to do the perimeter, so the outer outline, outer edge of the earring. Then we're going to go to the front, close up the front, and then we're going to go to the back and close up the back. For some reason, this does not work when you start in the front or in the back and try to make your way to the other side. It only works if you start on the outer edge. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna start with just over half a wingspan of thread, which is when you extend your hand while holding the spool around the middle of your body, plus some more. That's how much just a bit over half a wingspan is. And the first thing you want to pick up is a very long sequence of 7 times 11/0 3mm fire polish, 11/0 3mm pearl. So you need 7 fire polish beads and 7 3mm pearls with 11/0 in between them. And you want to slide all of that down your thread and pass through all of it again. By the way, you can start with a stopper bead. I wouldn't recommend tying your thread right away because that will kind of cement this outer row and will make it difficult to pass through some beads later on. So I just pass through the beads one more time and they made a nice little circle. Now I want to pass through some more beads to reach the first pearl that I have in my sequence. And now I'm just going to be connecting the pearls, and I'm going to be connecting them with a Delica, a Mini GemDuo, and a Delica. At this point, since this can be any side, you can pick them up anyway, but it's important that you pick all of them all around in the same direction. So I'm picking them up with like the flat side facing me when I hold them like this. And I just look for the next pearl and pass through it. And when you pull tight, this is going to push this fire polish a little bit outwards. And I'm going to add another sequence of Delica, Mini GemDuo Delica, and through the next pearl that I have in line, or in the circle actually. I just make sure that I picked it up the right way, same as the last one. And I just keep going, adding this sequence between the pearls all the way around, so 7 times in total. Alright, it's gonna be my last sequence, so I find that first pearl, pass through it again. There's the finished row. Now I'm gonna go up the first Delica and Mini GemDuo that I added in order to step up through the free hull of this Mini GemDuo. And I'm gonna close up the front by adding a 3mm pearl in between each of the 2 Mini GemDuos. So I'm just looking for the next one in line. And the next one. Here's my last pearl, and I'm gonna pass through the first Mini GemDuo, and then I'm gonna make another round through all of those beads again, just to reinforce this last row and make sure that it's as round and circular as possible. Alright, I made a full round, and I can see that by this thread that's visible on one side of this Mini GemDuo. So now I want to be stepping down the other side of it. So I just pass through the other hole in the Delica, because now we want to reach the pearl so we can add almost the same thing in the back. So I just pass through the nearest pearl in the outer edge, outer perimeter, like that. This is where the stone is going to sit. It's gonna have a lot of space, but it's gonna be immobilized pretty well. Alright, so my thread is coming out of this pearl here, and I'm gonna pick up the exact same thing as when I was doing the front, which are sequences of Delica, Mini GemDuo Delica, and now I make sure to pick them up the right way. And I just pass through the next pearl in line. This is going to sort of automatically place these Mini GemDuos like this, ready to be tied together in the center later on. And you just add those sequences of Delica, Mini GemDuo Delica in between the pearls all the way around. Alright, here's my last GemDuo that I'm adding here, and I'm going to pass through this pearl. And now through the first Delica and Mini GemDuo that I added in this row, because as you might have guessed, we're going to be stepping up the free hull. So I step up through the free hull of this Mini GemDuo that my thread is coming out of. And before I do anything, I'm gonna pick up my stone and put it in, making sure that it's facing the right way. So it should be facing away from me. And now between the Mini GemDuos, I'm just gonna add a single 11-0. just connecting the 3 holes of the Mini GemDuos with 11/0. This is gonna produce more of a flatter back so that the beads can hold the stone a little bit better and a little bit more centered. And that's all of my 11/0 in the back. As you can see, the stone has centered itself. Now I'm gonna pass through all of the 11/0 and Mini GemDuos maybe 2 more times, just to make sure that everything is nice and sturdy. Alright, so everything is nice and tight. Now you can do one of 2 things because we need to get back out to add our earring finding somewhere around here. So you can either use your running thread if you have enough left, and we can step down one of those GemDuos, which means that the thread will be visible, but it's the back. So why waste thread if you have a long enough piece left to add the earring finding? But if you don't want to do that or you don't have enough thread, you can come back to the tail thread, which is already coming out of the beads that you need. But I don't like wasting thread, so I'm just gonna pass through the next Mini GemDuo and step down its other hole. I pass through the nearest pearl and the 11/0 that's next to it. Alright, and to create this sort of loop, because this has 7 points, it's a septagon, I think. So I want one of the points to be pointing down for this to look nice. And in order to do that, I'm gonna have to attach the earring finding above one of the pearls. And for that, I actually want to be coming out of one of the 11/0s that's after a pearl and before a fire polish. So like this. And now you can substitute the 15/0s with Delicas if you want. But if you have the 15/0s, you're gonna pick up a 15/0, a 3mm pearl, 2 11/0s, a pearl, and a 15/0. And by the way, if your earring finding is not pre-opened like this one here, you want to pick up your earring finding in between these 2 11/0s or on top of them if the loop is big enough. And right now, I'm gonna go to the other 11/0 on the other side of the same pearl on top of which we're adding the earring finding. And I'm gonna pass through the 11/0 like that. And maybe the pearl if I can. That's right, like this. And this is gonna add those beads on top here. I'm gonna go back up through the 11/0 that's next. And I'm gonna go up my sequence again. For good measure, I go all around. And now to reinforce this, I'm gonna go through all of those beads for a 3rd time. And because this loop is pretty large, I can add an extra bead on top here. So I pass through the 15/0 pearl 11/0. And I'm gonna add just an extra 15/0 on top to make it a little bit more dense here up top and just a little bit more pointy. At this point, I can pass through some other beads, like the next fire polish, and I can tie off my thread, weave in my tail. Alright, I tied off my other tail as well, by the way, and now I can add on my earring finding. So I just gently put it on, and I'm going to close it up. Make sure that you put it on the right way, not front to back. And now for this one, just to be sure, I'm not going to wiggle it too much. I'm just going to try closing it up like this, so that there's as little movement with the metal as possible. And there, the earrings are ready. Don't they just look so cute and so elegant, though also quite sparkly if you think about it, because of those gorgeous crystals inside and the fire polish. And those pearls look great as well. Let me know in the comments if you'll be making these. You will find all of the supplies listed under the first link in the description down below. If you enjoyed this little tutorial, give us a thumbs up because it always helps, and consider subscribing so you never miss a fun project like this one. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!